Today I'm going to be going over the most commonly asked question about the most commonly replaced part on an air conditioner. On a bunch of my air conditioner videos, I get this comment all the time. And the question goes something like this. Does it matter if the percentage number on the new capacitor is not the same as what it was on the old one? So if we look at this capacitor right here, we see that it's a 45 microfarad by 5 microfarad capacitor with a tolerance percentage of plus or minus 6%. This means that if the capacitor is good, if you measure it with a multimeter, it should be within the range of plus or minus 6% from 45. And before I take my multimeter out and show you how to test this, for those of you that just want a quick answer, yes, it's totally okay to replace a 6% with a 5% or the other way around. In fact, you could even replace it with a 10% and it'll still be okay. In my opinion, for residential air conditioners, it doesn't really matter. Whether it be 5, 6, or 10%, any of them will work just fine on your unit. But if the tolerance percentage that you need is available, then of course do get the one that matches your old one. Alright, and now let me show you how to test it. So the first thing we're going to need to do is find out what the normal operating range is. So the capacitor that we just looked at was 45 by 5. Let's start with the 45. So you do 45 plus 6%. That gets us 47.7. We clear that out, and then we do 45 minus 6%. That gives us 42.3. So when we measure our capacitor with a multimeter, the number that we get should be between these two numbers. In order to check our capacitor, we're going to have to set our meter to the capacitance setting right here. And being that my meter has multiple options on this one setting, I also have to press select until I get to the microfarads. Okay, so here's the farads, but it's on the nanofarads, so I also have to change the range. Move the decimal over, it should look like that. And if you're not too familiar with multimeters, I have a whole separate video where I go over every single function on a multimeter and how to use it. So if you need more information on that, make sure you check that video out. I'm going to make sure to put a link to it in the comments. And since this is a dual capacitor, we're going to have two sections on it. One for the compressor, which is always going to be the larger number, and one for the fan motor, which is going to be the smaller number. So to check the 45 section, we're going to have to go from Herm to common, and then to check the fan section, we're going to go from common to fan. Okay, so we have the Herm section right here, the common right over here. So we're going to go ahead and put our meter leads on these two sections. It doesn't matter to which prongs, as long as it's in the right section. And see what we're getting on the meter. So I'm getting 43.7, which is good. And what I like to do is test it in just a few different spots. So I'll move my meter leads over to different prongs and check again. Especially if your reading is bad, I would double check just to make sure it wasn't a bad connection. And I'm getting almost the same reading on these prongs as well. And since this is within the allowable range, we know that the Herm side on this capacitor is good. Oftentimes when the capacitor is bad, the reading you're going to be getting on your meter is OL. And of course, the most common symptom of a bad capacitor is when you see the top of it bubble up. If you see a bulge up on top, then you don't even need to test it and you know for sure that it's bad. And guys, what you need to remember is that this tolerance percentage is the optimal operational range. Meaning that even if it's at 40 microfarads, this capacitor will probably work just fine. But if it's outside of the allowable range, then the chances of this capacitor failing on a really hot day go up. Another thing worth mentioning is that it's okay to temporarily put the wrong size in. So for example, let's say I come out to a house and it's super hot outside, it's 110 degrees, and the 45 microfarad capacitor is bad, yet I don't have this on my truck. I would be totally fine with putting a 35 in temporarily until I can come back later and put the right size in. So long story short, if you find a capacitor that is slightly outside of its tolerance range, that's not a big deal, but you do want to replace it when you get the chance. And let's go ahead and test our fan section as well, which is the 5 microfarad, and see if that's okay. So we're gonna go 5 plus 6%. That gives us 5.3. This is the upper limit, and 5 minus 6%. This is the lower limit. So it should be between 4.7 and 5.3. Common here, fan here, Put our meter leads in. And we're reading 5.07. Perfect. This capacitor is good. Well guys, and that was the long answer for the tolerance percentage question. And talking about questions, I actually have another video where I go over 20 most commonly asked capacitor questions. So if you have a question that was not answered in this video, make sure you check that one out in the comments. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, let me tell you something. So last week I posted a video where I mentioned that I met a very smart dog. I asked that dog, what is 2 minus 2? And the dog said nothing. I thought that was pretty good. But then one of my long-term subscribers comments and says, that's nothing. Let me tell you about my dog. I asked my dog, what is on top of a house? And he said, roof. Then I asked him, what is on the outside of a tree? And he said, bark. And then I asked him, how does sandpaper feel? And he said, rough.